Yo me siento bien, gracias a Dios. ¿Cómo tú te sientes?
Yo, mejor ahí no se puede, ¿no? Yo estoy vivo.
Tenemos
Estoy caminando. Mira,
eso es lo importante.
Mira. I can't complain, bro. Shit.
Absolutely, man.
Con la fe de
Welcome
Dios.
to a conversation, my brother.
What's up, brother?
How you feeling?
Good. I'm
Thank
excited.
you for being here again.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine. It's mutual. You know what I mean? So what is it? What is it that we're talking about today? We're talking about?
Today we definitely have to talk about a number of things.
Okay. Well, you know. Time is limited, my man.
But mainly we had one thing in mind that we were talking about, which is at home we grow, at home we learn. Which is something I was thinking about the other day. Because some people can't be home.
Right.
And when you're younger, I think like being at home, I go crazy. That's a problem if you go crazy and being at home. Because you got to learn how to love yourself and be there in the moment. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, enjoy what you have and where you are. Some people always on the move.
Ooh, boy, yeah. If I could elaborate on that, if I can, I think that it's mostly, and some people want to say no, this and that, but it's like who you surround yourself with, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It takes a village. It really does, man. Like, if you're like by yourself, it's easier. If you have a small circle, it's easier for you to make decisions. But when you have a big crowd that you have to, you know, constantly, like, you know, go and look for, and they look for you, it's like, you know, a reoccurring thing that's happening. And it depends on what part are you in your life to accept that. Like, if you're like starting a relationship, you know that's gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? If you're single, a bachelor, you know, nothing to worry about, and you're stuck, maybe you have too many women and you're stuck and you can't even get a good life because you think that, you know, just because you don't know, you know, just because you have a whole bunch of people in your crew and you meet a girl, your aura's gonna come out and it's gonna attack her. And she's like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? And he thinks that everything is cool because he's not seeing anything. There's so many like configurations here. So I can't just touch one base. You know what I'm saying? But being at home is easier when you have a small group of people tight knit. Then you can actually, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? That if you have a big crew, then it's like you have to. It's like, oh man, you gotta always keep up with the Kardashians. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So yeah, man, being at home is a blessing. For me, you know, with 3 kids and my wife, like, you know, Dominican married, by the way, you know, Dominican married. I'm not technically, we're engaged. We've been engaged for more than 6 years. Damn it.
It's okay to take your time.
You know, but yeah,
I've been
it is.
engaged for a few years with my fiance.
It's solid.
So,
yeah, you've been engaged too, right?
We have the
video.
same we need a home first, then, you know. But before the home, you got to get married too.
Right.
So, because it makes sense in taxes. And we live in New York.
The taxes. God darn taxes.
New York wants those taxes.
Yo, I mean, my parents, man, they did that system where, you know, estamos casados, no estamos casados. Tú sabes. Yo puedo saber dirección de ustedes. Vamos a poner esto aquí. No, yo estoy casado.
They get away with it.
What?
That's awesome.
But anyways, you know, I'm engaged, which we're planning, you know, we're working on a date, maybe next year, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
Like that. But definitely for sure for me, I don't know if it's because of my age, you know what I mean? Like, I really wish that, you know, I was younger, but I definitely I grow more being more at home and just be with my family, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna go out there too much. Me estoy quemando. You know, y eso. Me estoy quemando. Oye, you know where I get that from? Quemando? Yeah. Going to DR a lot. Cuando tú estás en la República Dominicana y tú sales por ahí en la calle y te ven, es un paso ahí. Ya, si tú pasas de nuevo, está bien. Y si tú pasas otra vez, está bien. Pero oye, si tú pasas 4 veces por la misma vaina por ahí, tú te quemaste.
Ya lo saben. Allá andaba Miguel.
Oh, yo andaba allá. No, pero tú sabes, en la tierra mía, en la que yo soy. Bueno, yo lo voy a hacer claro. Yo soy dominicano americano. Yo soy americano. Yo vivo acá. Yo no soy de barrio de allá. Yo viajo. La gente me ven y yo le doy amor a todo el mundo. Yo no me pienso que yo soy hot shit. You know, yo paro y le saludo a toda la gente y va. Todo bien. You know. Pero I don't want to act, it seems like I was born and raised in DR. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't.
Ya lo saben.
You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so, you know, now I'm old. So, you know, yo me siento bien en mi casa, tranquilo. A veces salgo por ahí, pero no todo el tiempo, porque tú sabes, los cuartos uno tiene que guardarlo.
Ya lo saben.
Yeah.
Si uno se la pasa en la calle, chacho. El
Sí.
dinero se va volando.
Y dime de ti, ¿qué tú piensas de eso? De estar en la casa y, you know, la pregunta.
At home we grow, at home we learn.
Yeah.
It's very important. I used to think that if I was at home, I needed to go do something. So I was one of those people. So I'm speaking from experience on this one. Y creo que cuando tú te pones a analizar bien las cosas and you really like look deep into yourself and who you really are and you try to become a better person, there needs to be some time of self-evaluation and you need to be by yourself. There can't be anybody around.
Hablate la verdad.
Porque hay personas que creen como que si están solos se ponen locos, like they go crazy, like by themselves. And no, like you need to learn how to be by yourself and learn to love yourself, because when you're by yourself and you love yourself, then you can love others.
Yeah.
Hay mucha gente que ni se aman ellos mismos, loco, porque se la pasan dándole amor a todo el mundo mientras que nunca sacan el tiempo.
Pero es que están perdidos. Los pobrecitos ni saben que están perdidos.
Ignorancia.
Están perdidos, entonces.
En el coro, en la bebida.
Tú sabes. Y
cada otro día un
¿de quién es la culpa de esa? ¿De quién es la culpa? ¿Tú crees que es la culpa
Son
de ellos?
ignorantes, bro.
Bro, digo yo, dime tú, porque sinceramente, esas personas que son así, que no estamos hablando de una persona en particular, que nosotros conocemos esa clase de personas, pero yo a veces siento que ellos se ponen en una posición que ni saben cómo llegaron ahí, y entonces, you know, por eso vamos a decir que por eso ellos tienen que estar solos, porque para realizar, para darse cuenta, pero es que a veces ellos tienen la mente como una transmisión que no coja el guía y se queda ahí atrapado en el segundo y no llega al tercero.
Y que los hábitos malos son duros de romper cuando ya se construyen porque son automáticos.
Yeah.
Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Y también muchas personas no se ponen a pensar esto, pero el alcohol te hace mucho daño, ¿tú me entiendes? El alcohol es heavy, controladamente.
El maldito alcohol, coño.
El alcohol con exceso, vamos a ser sinceros, no es muy bueno para tu mente y tu cuerpo, ¿tú me entiendes? Entonces, it's a depressant, es un depresivo. So, ¿qué pasa? Después que se pasa el alcohol, la gente se pone down. Y después siguen en lo mismo constantemente. Hay personas que no paran.
Bueno, yo
gente que yo conozco que
claro.
yo digo, Dios mío, que Dios te cuide.
Oye, no, si me da un chancecito, unos minutos para explicar algo que yo creo que es muy importante para este podcast. Sí, ahora que estamos hablando de alcohol,
Sí.
¿tú me entiendes? Yo me tomo mi trago cuando yo quiero.
Ya lo sabes, así mismo, igualmente.
A mí nadie me va a decir a mí, si yo me paso, déjame que me pase para yo recordarme. Entonces yo me doy my self-evaluation. Yo, coño, mira, Miguel, hey, ten cuidado. Yo tengo familia que yo he perdido por eso. Y también mi propio padre, que está vivo, gracias a Dios, en la República Dominicana, tú sabes, trabajó muy fuerte. Si ustedes escucharon el primer podcast de mío, tú sabes que es un trabajador. Pero él me vio chiquito y él se recuerda que yo le agarraba la botella de él, yo le estaba pusiendo jugo de naranja adentro. Y me puse yo borracho con la botella y él mirándome, you know. Pero anyway, el punto es que mi papá era un borrachón. Era un borrachón. Pero mi papá él paró. Y no te voy a decir cómo, bueno, te voy a decir cómo, bueno, te voy a decir. Mi mamá le dio un piñazo que le rompió el hocico. Y le dijo, mira, tú vas a parar ahí ahora, coño. O si no, te tiro los muchachos y me voy. Pero yo le pregunto a mi papá qué pasó y me dice a mí, yo tuve un encuentro con Dios. Pero él tiene como más de, él tiene más de 30 años que no son 30, no, 20 y pico años que no toma. Y por él, yo me tomo mi trago bien tomado, pero no me paso. Yo pasaba así. Yo tuve mi época que yo era desorientado, yo era loco, oíste. Pero
todos pasamos a esa
sí,
etapa cuando uno está más joven.
ya tú sabes.
Uno cree como que uno es invisible.
Sí,
como
sí,
que
sí.
tú andas como vuelto loco. Like
Oye.
what I said, you don't think you're gonna die.
Oye, y uno se ve ridículo.
Ya lo
Si
sabes.
uno te ve en un video, una vergüenza le da a uno, como uno está, como un mondongo ahí. De que,
O cuando like, uno es chamaquito y uno saca el dedo y vaina.
yeah.
Y después uno ve la foto, coño.
No,
y,
¿por
like,
qué es eso?
¿Qué
Nah,
hacía yo
nah.
sacando el dedo? ¿Qué diablo era lo que yo estaba pensando?
No, en serio, es así. Eso es la historia mía, ¿tú me entiendes? Del alcohol.
Yeah. Pero tú sabes que cada persona pasa por eso. Yo creo cuando tú tomas mucho y pasa muchos momentos fuertes, cuando estás haciendo lo que no debes de estar haciendo, ¿tú me entiendes? Yo creo que todo en exceso hace daño. Y el alcohol, especialmente en nuestra cultura los dominicanos,
Eso.
somos bien bebedores.
Mm.
Que algunos de nosotros pensamos que eso es agua y no, eso verdaderamente hace daño en exceso.
Oye.
Hay que controlarse. Un
El
traguito
hígado,
un día no es nada, pero el
todo.
daño que te hacen el
Sí.
hígado, los riñones.
Los riñones.
Yo tengo personas bien cercanas a mí que han pasado en eso, bro, que casi
Oye.
se mueren de alcohol poisoning.
Oh, shit.
Porque bebían todos los días y cosas así. Eso es algo, tú sabes que nadie quiere ver a alguien así.
Claro.
Uno quiere ver todo el mundo bien. Y gracias a Dios que son personas que también han salido de eso. Amistades y gente cercana a mí también. Que no es fácil ver una persona así.
Yeah.
Pero yo creo que todos nosotros cuando estábamos jóvenes, you know, like we make that mistake. We might drink too
Hell
much.
yeah.
Like,
Yo.
it happened to me a
Oh
couple
my
times.
God.
Then I had some embarrassing moments and I was like,
Oh God.
que
We're not talking
también-
about that today, right?
No,
Okay,
no.
good.
Gracias a
Oh
Dios.
Lord. Oh man. Hell no. Oh Lord. You know, it's just what life is. What's up? What's next on our agenda, bro? What?
Does money buy you happiness?
Jesus Christ.
Does money buy you happiness?
I would have to be intricately like, I gotta fit myself into a little like spot, you know.
Take your time.
You know, because the thing is like, we want to say no, you know, because you have love, and you should be able to like, you know, survive with like bread and peanut butter and jelly and the minimalist and we're supposed to still be happy, be grateful that we have life and we have family, this and that, and have and stay home if you don't want to go out, stay home, and we're supposed to just be like happy, so be like you said, minimalist. But in the real world, I'm sorry,
We live in society.
living in New York.
And in society.
Society in New York. Because, it just sucks, man. When you have so much influence, when you have agricultural diffusion, when you have people in social media showing their fake life being so glamorous and perfect and all this and stuff, it's like, again, I'm the second time I'm saying, keeping up with the Kardashians and stuff. Sometimes I think people don't mean to be bougie, but they just want to say, you know what? You could die tomorrow, man. Let's just have a good time. Let's make sure, and then if you keep that notion, guess what? You're going to see hundreds, thousands of pounds, you're going to be spending all your life savings, and you have shit to
Because there's always another party.
Yeah.
There's always another moment.
Always. Mm-hmm.
It's nonstop. I guess if you work in that industry, it's different. You were a bartender once, right? Tell us a little bit about that. Because I know you were awesome at it.
My nightlife has nothing to do with my daytime. Nightlife is always an extra cushion that I always had, and it was never a mainstream thing. It was never meant, and it was never will be, and I never will. Because, I have a say, when you're in the nightlife, God waits for you outside. He doesn't enter with you. That's the devil's den. So you got to know how to work with, like, you know, the line of fire and everything. And you got to know not to get yourself caught up in some bullshit. And then next thing you know, you're a drug addict or something like that. You know, that's one thing that I've actually happy that in the nightlife, I've always, you know, maintained my professionalism with drinks and stuff like that. But, you get one or two, you know,
Knuckleheads.
I say one or two, you know, demons that come in. You know what I'm saying? Demons. They're all demons. It's all demons. You got to work with them, because without them, then there's no funk. There's no like, you know, there's no hype. You need those demons. Those demons are the cool. Those are the hip hop, you know, chilling people. Like, yo, what up? You know, demon.
They're bringing the money.
They're bringing it in.
The doors open.
So you gotta be happy with that. You gotta work with them.
That's tough.
So, you know, in the nightlife, you know, good money. You know, in the Long Island, there was no money, but when I was in Washington Heights, big ups to Washington Heights, I made so much money, so much money, man. Those people,
God bless you.
I'm not saying how they made their money, but they would throw it at me like, yo, I was like, yo,
bartender,
yo,
hey,
get okay, boom,
we got everything.
I got you. So, you know, it's like
Ami gets excited. Ami's here too.
Oh man, Ami, man. Awesome.
She's a Yorkie. She's 7 pounds of love. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. Big ups to Omni. So yeah.
Alright,
so,
you give me awesome tips. I don't care.
Yeah, nah,
You
bro.
can't.
Bro, we'll come out
to
like $500, you know, $400 on a good night, $500 on a bad night, $200, you know, $250, and I'll work. You know, I'll get in at 9 and get out at 4. You know, but that was my night. That was the nighttime. That has nothing to do with my personal life. My personal, I always was trying to move up the ladder. You know, I was sticking to my guns and making sure that like I was doing the right thing. And you know, that's where I managed to get really far with my daytime, my job, and nightlife. Because I started as a bar back. I started as a bar back at a strip club.
Oh, that's what's up.
A women's strip club.
How was that experience?
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you for your honesty.
You know, it was excellent, man. First, you had, you know, the owners, staff, everybody was awesome. You know, it was funny because my first, like, 3 months, I was walking with a stiffy everywhere I go. And then all of a sudden, like, after the 6 months, 6 months, it's like you see, you know, you look at the girls and you're like, all right, that's great. You know, she's probably like doing you know, one of those what do you call those things when they move their butt?
Twerking.
They twerking and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, nice. You know, but you know, they ended up being like my sisters. Like every time they're working in the behind the scenes, they're talking, they're having a great time. You know, sometimes they're going through something in their life. They need somebody to talk to. They're just regular people just trying to make a living, you know what I'm saying? But this conversation is not just about them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just, you know, that's one thing about working in a strip club, that they become family, and they, you know, everybody depends on everybody.
Everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And, you know, everybody's been through some shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, you can never judge anyone. You never know what anybody's going through. We just spoke about that in our previous episode.
Right. Absolutely. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, that's when I was a bar back. And you want to take even more back, man, I was a bus boy, you know, and all those jobs were secondary jobs. You know what I'm saying? I'm going even more back. So, to me, to get to a bartender, I went through all those notions to becoming a bartender and stuff like that. But, you know, it was getting close that I'm like, you know, maybe my passion is maybe have a restaurant. But the thing is, like, everybody wants a restaurant, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants a restaurant, you know, and
what's the saying? Like 80% of businesses that open up fail within the first 5 years or something like that?
Yes. Oh.
So only like 20% survive.
And those 20% after the 10 year, 90 or more, they fail. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the thing is, like, you have to have that passion. That's why I stopped working in the food business, because you have to have that passion and you have to have that drive. And then once you have that drive, like the books that I've read, you know, you gotta delegate that to the next generation, and you know, or you could just delegate and watch people do what you're supposed to be doing. You know, that's how you actually. Right now, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
I just watched I Am Not Your Guru by Tony Robbins.
Okay.
On
Yeah,
Netflix,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
Made me think about you because you
Yeah.
went to one of his events, right?
Yeah, I did. It was
But he
great.
said something in there. He said, "Stay in your head, and you're dead."
Right. Correct.
And he did it
What
at
is that?
one point when, like, days into the event, like, there was people that he asked, "Oh, if you haven't had a breakthrough, get up." And then you could see, like, some of these people had attitudes and stuff. You could just see the negative energy vibrating on it. He's like, "Okay, write this down. Stay in your head, you're dead."
Mm.
You can never stay in your head. You always got to be willing to learn, always willing to grow, always willing to
Yep.
get with the times. A lot of companies screw themselves over because they backtrack themselves and they don't think about the new times that are coming. You know, they get so stuck. This new age that's coming now with the digital age and AI is crazy. Have you used ChatGPT?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Think
Maybe.
about anything. Like anything you want, like right now. Just think about anything you want to ask ChatGPT. Look, I have it right here. What do you want to ask it? I asked it, what's the meaning of life before? What's the meaning of life? And look how it just responds to you.
You gotta be.
Yeah. It just writes to you.
Let me see something.
And look, it said, the meaning of life is a philosophical question that has been contemplated by humans for centuries. Different people and cultures may have varied perspectives on this matter. Some find meaning in religions and spiritual beliefs, while others seek fulfillment through personal goals, relationships, or making a positive impact on the world. Ultimately, the meaning of life can be a deeply personal and subjective exploration that each individual must undertake for themselves. It may be helpful to reflect on your values, passions, and what brings you a sense of purpose and fulfillment.
Diablo, coño. Ven acá.
Dude, ChatGPT just said that.
Yo, I'm gonna have to get
What else
that
you
app.
want to ask it?
I'll ask it in my own time.
So it's an AI. It's artificial intelligence, but it's gathered all this information that it basically can, like, do
That's
a bunch of stuff. It can do coding, like it could do a bunch of stuff. It could debug coding.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's nuts.
That's some next level shit right there.
Yeah, bro. AI.
You know, I honestly, to be honest with you, with the AI stuff and all that, like, I want to. I don't know why, but I still want to preserve old school. You know, like I'm gonna be preserving my old school roots because, I mean, yes, you got to learn the new stuff. That's why I got my man. That's why I got you. You know, you figure that out. I'm gonna be doing my little, hands-on, DR, old school style way, but a little bit more, not old school. Still, I don't know why. I still want to get into like business with like the cargo van trucking and stuff like that. Like I don't know.
That's a desire. You should definitely go for it.
Well, I'm already like in the field, so say, oh, that's the thing that we need to talk about. Coño. Time for a shot. No, honestly, I have a revolutionary thought inside there. No, but I was thinking about, remember that conversation piece that we had when you tell people, yo, I'm going to do this, and then all of a sudden they do it and stuff like that? Like,
yeah.
Like, honestly, bro, I am...
Bro, you are excellent at pouring drinks.
Ah, pues tú sabes que yo sé esta vaina.
Ni una gota se cayó.
No, tú sabes, tú sabes. Yo, salud.
Salud, mi hermano.
To life.
To life, my brother.
No, life. Wow. That was good. That was smooth. There was no...
wow. That was really good.
Yep, and there was no burning in the pipeline. Nope. It was like...
You see how smooth?
Yep, it went right in. I'm not going to pour another one.
You know what's funny? I haven't touched that since I last
Really?
saw you.
It definitely was like... Everything was like...
I just been moving every
other
day.
It was like lubricated, and it went right through like...
La Mama Juana.
Diablo, peligroso la abeja.
La Mama Juana.
No, but yo,
Por favor, háblame de lo que tú estabas diciendo.
yeah, no. La vaina es que cuando una persona tiene su idea y se lo cuenta a una persona que en verdad no
tiene buenas intenciones.
Yo creo que eso es una par de cosas, que no tiene buenas intenciones, tal vez no tan calibrado bien a correr sus propias vidas o tan perdidos, no sabe. Pero si tú estás hablando con una persona así, con la idea, si tú estás fuerte, tal vez tú te estás filmando, tú te estás llevando. Y también uno mismo, si tiene sus ideas y no está seguro que lo que quiera hacer, le está dando esa idea a otra persona, como tú estás perdiendo todo, un con todo. Tú estás pidiendo lo que tú estás supuesto a hacer y también a esa persona le está dando una idea y lo va a coger para y lo vas a hacer. You know? Pero eso vale para ciertas personas. Pero si tú te buscas una persona y tú bien sabes lo que tú quieres hacer y tú tienes un amigo que te apoya y te dice a ti, yo, haz lo que tú tienes que hacer, pero ten cuidado, man, vamos a hacer lo que yo estaba aquí por ti. Y lo que tú dices va. Y tú se lo dejas a esa persona en ese circo, solamente uno o dos gente. Eso te, man, mucho éxito, porque cuando tú tienes una persona y cuando tú tienes, uno mismo sabe exactamente lo que uno quiere y sabe que tiene todo eso, tú, you do your research and making sure that all your research is done on your behalf and this person is successful in doing his shit. I just see growth. But when you're broken and you have a broken person and you're wondering why shit is not happening, you gotta readjust yourself, bro.
Ya lo sabes. Dilo duro.
You gotta readjust yourself. Like, wake up. Like, snap out of it. Find somebody that's in a better position and very successful. And if you end up making a great established relationship, maybe that person could save your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to find somebody, not somebody that's doing worse than you. Somebody that's doing is good in life, that's doing his thing. That's why, Jose Ariel, I'll be honest with you, that's why I'm your friend, because I saw when I first met you, and I saw a lot of things in you. I was like, yo, this dude is fucking awesome, bro. This dude is awesome. Man. And you were swimming in a lot of shit than that time. Yep. I was swimming in shit too. But
we all swim through shit. It's an analogy we have.
I got that from you.
We're swimming and trying to get to clear waters, but we keep swimming into shit.
And
right when things are going great, like my car broke down. Like,
yeah. But that's it.
But it's always like a surprise,
It's
like
crazy.
That's what life is like. There's always gonna be obstacles. It's about how are you gonna handle yourself when you get to those obstacles. Just get up and keep walking forward. And keep moving forward.
Keep going.
Pushing. Keep being the best you, man. Like, es un tema bien importante porque en la cultura de nosotros los dominicanos hay muchos que no tienen buenas intenciones por los otros. Creen como que si tú estás logrando que tú le estás quitando a ellos. No. You are not taking from others if you are doing well. You are actually giving more. And that's awesome because now others can learn from you. And there's a lot of like energy like that I've sensed that you're mentioning with a lot of people.
Yeah, bro.
Where they think like it's always like a fucking chimp show.
Right.
Like, have you seen the chimps in Netflix?
Oh, chimps.
The chimps, like the fucking monkeys.
Yeah.
Well, their ancestor, one of them was related to us.
Get out of here,
bro. You gotta watch it. The way they behave, they have their own society. They stick in crews, in like groups, and like tribes.
Right.
And those tribes stick together and they're territorial. So when other tribes come into their territory, they'll try to kill one to like try to like they try to take over. It's fucking crazy. And then there's an alpha male within them that he goes ape shit once in a while and starts smashing
No
shit
way.
And goes crazy just because he wants to be in power. And it reminded me so much of our society. We take over, we cross borders, we kill people. It's fucking crazy. And it's all about, like, alpha. And, like, a lot of people live like that. Yes, you got to be the alpha wherever you are. Absolutely, of your family.
Right.
But like the competition is versus you from yesterday, not you versus anybody else. So many people look into the sides because they're in the competitive state of mind. They're not in the creative state of mind.
That's what you mean.
When you're succeeding in life, you're in the creative state of mind. It's me versus me from yesterday. How can I be better from yesterday? And who are you when nobody's looking? Because that's a true you.
Who are you when nobody is looking? Woo!
There's a lot of people that never look at themselves in the mirror and really say, like, really love themselves and really know who they are. Who are you when nobody's looking? That is the true you. I like to say that I'm proud to say that who you see is who I am when nobody's looking.
I want to say the same. Like, honestly, like, wow.
And it's because I've also been able to myself be by myself in the aspect of learning while I've been growing. And I have 8 years working remote jobs, so I'm very, very well stabilized, like in mental wise. Like, I take care of my mental health. I'm always listening to positive books that are going to bring value to me, things that I can apply into my life and take action into making them happen. Some people just read them and they just like pile one little thing or try not to believe. Like, stay in your head, you're dead. When somebody's telling you their story, get into their story. Understand. Try to be in their point of view. Try to see what they're going through, because you never know how much deeper somebody's going through something. Right. And so many people just are so stuck on their point of view, they don't want to open their mind.
Everything is wrong.
And bro, and like manipulating and stuff, other personnel. Like, I've seen it in groups of people, groups of friends.
Yeah.
Like, they have this person that they have no idea is an anchor. And they're dragging this anchor across the dirt. Meanwhile, I'm running, baby. I got no anchors.
Yeah, right. Boom. Yep. Yo.
I had to say that. But you touch on the subject that you want to speak about.
Nah, I mean, you really hit it right there, with when it comes to, self, like making yourself a better person, reading books and all that stuff. But I want to tell you something. Some people that you see...
It's applying what you read.
Yeah.
Aprender lo que... Porque mucha gente sabe lo que tiene que hacer, pero no aplica. O no analizan porque tienen la mente tan llena de porquería, de swipe. Internet, like, yo,
right there.
Voy a diferente... Yo, I've been to, like, parties, like, not too long ago,
right.
And everybody is stuck on their
right.
phone. Like, I'm like, dude, you're not even here. Yeah. Enjoy the moment. The now. The past does not exist. The past is an illusion.
Right.
The future is an illusion. It doesn't exist yet. All we can do is be in the now and be the best we can towards our future. Why? Because
I like that.
You can't look back.
No, you're right. You can't.
Para adelante como el elefante, para atrás ni para coger impulso. Ya, what's done is done. Es como moverse para adelante. What's the next step? How can I get to the next step? That's how I've been able to, like, swim out of shit and get to myself to clear water. But once in a while, there's some shit waves that come.
But I want to talk about for those people that actually can't. And you know what? It's not really their fault, man. Like, I don't care. Like, I get where you're coming from.
They're ignorant. They want to know better.
No. I'm going to open your eyes up right now. I'm going to open up your eyes. Yes, no. For sure, there's a group for that. I'm talking about a different audience type that are, like, I think I've been there before where, I only have an attention deficit, like a 5 minute, a 10-minute mark. And if it doesn't, like, if I don't feel that strong attracted to it, then guess what? It's dead. I could buy a magazine. I could buy a book that's $15.99, $16.99, and if I could go ahead and, open it up and shit.
It's only $24.99.
$24.99. Or, let me join this thing here for a subscription of the first...
Yeah, this is whatever 99.
Yeah. $100.99. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll join it, right?
And fucking that marketing technique has been working for so long.
I'll freaking forget that I have the subscription and I just opened it one time.
Wow.
3 months later, I'm like, yo, why am I getting $15.99 every freaking month? But anyways, the point is that I want to tell you, this is the point. The point is that there's a lot of people I feel that are like me that I used to be that guy that swipes. I used to be that guy that swipes.
I'm speaking from experience because I was someone who, when I was younger,
right,
I was somebody who was always on social media and stuff. Like, yes, it's great to be in touch with people. I go on there because it's really funny. I see a lot of funny videos, but before I'd stay on there for a long time. And I think the screen time on
I got that
that's
from
what
you.
helped me. Because I was like, damn, I don't want to spend 2 hours a day on Instagram just watching videos. And then I put that time limit. By the way, in your settings on your iPhone, you can go into screen time.
Yeah.
And you can put in the settings I told you about.
Bro, because of you, I know how many times I last on the screen at the precise time. Because every time it says, yo, your 15 minutes are up. So it happened like 3 times. I'm like, okay, come on now. You know what I'm saying? You
control yourself now, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. But look, let me just touch base on what I think. I think it's very important, man. Like, you know, about how many people are in our shoes now, and we grew out of it, but they're there. We look back and we see them. You know what I'm saying? Those people in the party, like in a whole table of fucking 8 people all on their phones, and while you're like looking at them like, what is going on here? You know? But like, and me, my attentions to give my attention to something is precious to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that there's got to be a wave how to get these people to jump, you know, from there and realize something, wake them up. Because you know what? You know, but honestly, like, I think it's like a publicity stunt. You know, I feel like, you know, with the house market and Instagram and the TV and all the junk that's on there, I think like they're just trying to make us dumb. And you know what? Like, I think like they're getting what they want, but everybody has their own. That's the beautiful thing about a human being. They have their own brain, and you have your own energy. You got your own vibe. Like, you could break that and just do whatever you want, and just, you don't have to do what everybody's doing. Do your own thing, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you.
I need to break it down because we might look like something like, yo, mira estos tipos que haga esto y vale, pero no sabe lo que sea. El dominicano, si tú eres dominicano y tú naciste allá, tú sabes, y tú vives acá, tú tienes que cambiar tu forma. Porque si tú sigues lo que tú eres allá, tú te ves ridículo.
Ya lo sabes. Dilo duro.
Ridículo.
Tienes que cambiar. Si tú vienes de allá, tú tienes que entender que tú estás en un diferente país. Usted está si te fuiste para Alemania, tú vas a aprender alemán.
Ya.
Si te fuiste para China, tú vas a aprender chino. Si te fuiste para Japón, japonés. Tú viniste para América, no, yo voy a hablar español. Yo no voy a aprender inglés.
Yeah.
Hay muchas personas y tienen la habilidad y tienen el tiempo. Estoy hablando para hay algunas personas ya mayores que han llegado que, ya una diferente historia. It's much different when somebody's much older.
Yeah.
You know, pero there's a lot of young people here que no ponen de su parte. Entonces tú también tienes que reevaluarte y cambiar tu forma de ser. La vida es una escuela, la vida es una evolución.
Yes.
La próxima generación, tus hijos, son la evolución de ti.
Ya lo
tú
sabes.
Tienes que... El propósito de la evolución es mejorar.
Eso sí.
Es seguir para arriba, para adelante, no para atrás. Y yo creo que muchos de nosotros, dominicanos, somos más cabeza dura que el diablo.
No.
Yo he sido cabeza
Que
dura en
siga
el
ahí.
pasado, pero me tuve que reevaluar yo mismo y cambiar como persona. Pero hay algunos que, mira, no le entran ni con cacaíto, como dicen.
No, que tú sabes que estaban buscando los chelitos y es para llevarse
se le llena la cabeza.
Tú
Some
sabes.
people get too filled up.
Yeah.
Un aire se le va a la cabeza. Yo, tu cheque no define quién tú eres. Quien define quién tú eres es la persona que tú eres, la presencia y cómo tú haces los otros sentir. Que tú traigas valor a tu familia, que tú estés echando para adelante y que traiga amor. Eso es lo más importante. El dinero solamente es un instrumento.
Sí.
So going back to, does money buy you happiness?
Yes.
El dinero es un instrumento. El dinero te quita 90% de los problemas. Now 90% of your problems are gone.
Right. Boom.
They're done. Now you can worry about 10%, which is always bullshit about life. Every family has some bullshit going on.
Hell yeah. No.
Siempre hay some bullshit.
And however good it looks.
However good it looks, por más lindo que lo pinten, there's always bullshit going on in every single family.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy. There's always... Siempre hay uno, dos, tres.
And you gotta love
everybody.
it. You gotta love the bullshit.
You gotta love everybody. And that's where the 10%'s at. And things that happen to you that unfortunate.
Yep.
My car broke down recently. I didn't stop and cry. I said, pa'lante. What am I gonna do? Now, I'm gonna save up so I can fix it. That's it. I can't cry. I just gotta keep moving forward.
Yeah, bro.
And that's the thing. Your life's always going to be filled with obstacles.
For sure.
You can testify to that. But money
Yeah.
does not.
No.
Does money buy you happiness? I believe it definitely assists for you to live a happier life. Will it buy you happiness? Yes. Yes is the answer. Because
yes is the answer.
there's no way to sugarcoat
But I
it.
think it takes two people to answer that question. You and your partner need to answer that question together. It's not just one person. You know, we can't think that, you know, just because you're the man in the relationship that you have the authority to do whatever. You have not. Your woman has just the same authority as you do, and you can't just like bulldoze your way to doing whatever the hell you want. You have to. You gotta ask. You gotta ask permission. You gotta ask. It's a one-way street. Is a two-way street. You know. Does money buy you happiness? That question can only be answered by my partners having it in front. I could say one thing and my wife could say something else, but I really feel yes, money does buy happiness because, you know, if you know you don't want to eat what's home and you can't eat it, you know, you got to go and buy it, right? So you got to buy food. If you are been working so hard and you need like take a mini vacation, yes, you could take a drive to upstate and, you know, go sightseeing without spending one dime. But, you know, you want to go to the motherland. You want to go to Aruba. You want to go, you know, somewhere very nice, make people happy. It's a temporary fix. You need money. It's a temporary fix. But if you
live in society.
Yeah. You know?
And if you live in society, you need money.
Yeah.
In order to survive in society.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just the like the truth of it all. Like you gotta do your part, and I think that's like, what do you bring to society? Are you leaving the world a better place than how you found it? Because money highlights more of who you are.
Yep.
If you're a bad person and you got a lot of money, we're just all gonna see it.
Yeah. Right. Yo, and
if you're a good person and you got a lot of money, we're all gonna see it.
I got a question for you. What do you think about people who start? I heard this in social media. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who said it. I think it was Jay-Z. He says, if you start if you're fighting, it's because you're broke. I heard that. I think Jay-Z said that. I don't know where I heard whatever, but if somebody wants to start a fight, they're broke. Because if they have money, right?
Yep.
Like, yo, you don't want to lose what you got.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, yo, let's step back real quick. Hold on. Hey, you deal with that. I ain't dealing with that.
Ahí viene mucho cambio también, because I think when that Dominican mindset, que venimos de allá de Santo Domingo a veces, nos quedamos que queremos pelear a todo el mundo. Like, y la violencia no determina nada. Sí, en un proceso de que te están atracando, una vaina así, o algo malo te está pasando, of course, you gotta defend yourself.
Claro.
That's completely understandable. Pero la violencia, hay gente que quieren pelear donde quiera que están. Like, a donde quiera que llegan, llegué yo.
Yeah. Right.
Yo sientan mi presencia. Llegó el fucking Jurassic Park T-Rex.
Yeah, right.
Que quieren pelear. ¿Para qué? ¿Cuál es la necesidad? Like, bro, eso no resuelve nada. Once again, the chimp, back to the chimp.
Yeah, mine.
With like the alpha male status, where like it's a dick measuring competition.
Yeah, no, for real.
It's horrible. Like, that doesn't define who you are by how tough you are. It's really who are you as a human being? What do you do? Like, do you actually make people's lives better, or do you make it worse?
I have no idea.
Some people stay in your head. You're dead.
Right.
You gotta be willing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, how am I willing to change? How am I willing to be better? And compromise too. Cuando ya llega una pareja en tu vida, when there's a woman by your side.
Right.
There's a lot of things that when you were younger, you cannot do anymore. You got to understand it's a different type of lifestyle than now that you live. Especially when you live with a woman. There's a certain boundaries you have to respect and you got to be part of, you know?
For sure.
I think that that's something that Dominicans can testify for, that most of us, it's bad.
you know.
They're married, but they want to live single.
Right, and you know what? But it takes a really great woman to.
And me as a Dominican man, I think like I would never want to do something to my fiance that she would do to me.
Right.
And vice versa, I know from her.
Right.
And that's why there's so much mutual respect and love between us. ¿Cuál es la necesidad?
I don't know, but
People
I think
get
it's
so
just
caught up in a fantasy.
back to just going back to the generation pool, how the history has it on a Dominican man and what he feels a relationship should be, but it's like, I guess we're cleansing, everybody cleansing themselves as the generations get new generation starts evolving, and we start realizing like, yo, my grandfather did something fucked up. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that shit. Oh, man, Lord.
Most Dominican guys will be like, yo, 12 kids?
Yeah.
With 3 different women? What?
I don't even want to talk about my freaking family, bro. My family did some crazy shit. That's not my problem, though. All I could do is give love to my double agent aunts. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got another, man. Hey! How you doing? But they are beautiful, beautiful people. You know what I'm saying? That's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the star of starting something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just, yo soy uno de ¿cómo es?
El hijo de Machepa.
Sí, exacto. Hey, ¿cómo estás? Hey, no, ese es el hijo del cosito. No, güey.
For those that don't know, el hijo de Machepa is like the milkman's. Like,
yeah.
That's hard.
Whoa. Yeah.
There's so many Dominican words that I love. Like,
son.
We have a lot of weird words. It's pretty cool. Es como un propio idioma.
Yeah. No, but that was a good one though. Oh shit. Yeah, man. Nah, I'm almost. I'm gonna hit the road soon.
Again?
I'm starting now. I'm starting now because last time I was actually like 5 minutes late.
No way.
No, I'm not leaving anytime soon, but I'm telling you that I'm leaving soon. So I know that when that time comes, I walk away like a free man. Take care,
Let's talk about peer pressure.
Oh gosh. Yo, you wrote that down? You just remember. Because, I got to talk about that shit.
Let's talk about pressure. Some people, for some reason, think they have to pressure others to think how they think. How you think is how you think. Right. How others think, you got to respect that. And you got to let everybody be on their own path.
Yo.
Y si hay alguien que necesita un consejo, se le habla. Hey, si una persona que vale la pena, que tú quieres, que tú amas, que está cerca de ti, que va a escuchar y se va a aplicar, it's going to be really real, a esa persona se le puede dar un consejo. Pero hay gente que nunca aprenden, and you got to let them be because you're wasting your time.
Absolutely.
Pressure, peer pressure.
The peer pressure I will get anybody in the state of a weak mind. But in reality, the pressure is their own pressure, and you could receive it however you want. You could actually... The pressure comes like tú sabes el toro, que tú le estás agarrando la vaina rojo ahí. Y cuando viene presión, tú le haces ¡guau! Y se va por ahí. ¡Ey! No te tocó a ti. yo le hago así a presión. A mí no me da presión. Yo he recibido mucha presión con mi negocio, con muchas cosas parte de mi vida, que ojalá un día nosotros podamos hablar de esas cosas. Pero hay presión... si uno tiene la mente débil, se le llevó el camarón que se duerme, se le lleva el corriente, pero no.
Ya lo saben.
Like it'll take you just like the river. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stand up. You gotta find something to hold on. When you see that pressure, you fight it and you keep moving forward.
Because some people will peer pressure you
to do things that you are condemning yourself. You're putting yourself in a position where you might not get back to where you were, or it'll take you a couple of steps back. So you gotta watch it. What another person is telling you or making you do. But I wouldn't want to get into schematics because this is a very beautiful podcast, and that person might be watching. But you know what? Maybe if I had like 3 more shots.
That person is watching because we're speaking in general. For everybody.
Oh, for everybody. A learning experience.
We're not speaking about specific people.
But actually,
it's just that things that we've seen that it's like, wow.
It's like, wow. Jeez, Louise, calm down. Tony the Tiger. Jeez, Louise, relax. You know?
It's true.
Absolutely. Damn.
Peer pressure will destroy people.
Yeah.
I've seen it really ruin a lot of people. Yeah. And I myself have been peer pressured a few times. Certain times I shouldn't have given into, but it wasn't bad. Nothing bad that I did. But, situations where, why am I letting this person influence me to make decisions? I'm going to make my own decision. Respect. And I think that's something that a lot of people want you to just respect them. They don't want to give respect.
Right.
You got to respect.
That right
we
there.
We spoke about that.
Give
respect.
It's something.
I give respect to everybody that I know. Siempre hay que dar respeto. Porque, ¿qué pasa? Para tú poder ser respetado, tú tienes que ser una persona respetuosa. Hay personas que no piensan lo que dicen. Take your time. Somos dominicanos. Sé que tenemos un aceleramiento encima. Like, we gotta talk all the time. Trust me, if there's somebody who could talk, that's me. I could talk for days. You gotta think about what you're gonna say before. Exactly. You gotta think before you speak. Hay que pensar antes de hablar.
That's great.
Y qué son las palabras que tú estás diciendo. Y cuáles son las intenciones de esas palabras. Porque a veces hablamos y decimos tanto disparate y cosas que son innecesarias que es like, why are we saying that?
Yeah.
Cuando estamos aquí en esta playa, aquí, con esta mate coco, toda la vaina, agua clara, todo está bien.
La realidad.
Peer pressure. No deje que nadie te presione.
Peer pressure. That exists when you were a kid, and it does exist in a different coding when you're an adult. It's crazy. It's always around. And like I said, if you're a weak-minded person, bro, like it's gonna eat you. You can't let it. You gotta keep. If you have a clear conscience and you know what you're doing, don't get yourself involved or don't get yourself into something that you know that is just gonna set you back. Why? It will set you back to the Stone Ages.
Yep.
You know.
Everything should be either bringing us value, not taking value away. Mm-hmm. Everything you do in your life, I believe that. I think I spent so much time being wasted that then I realized how valuable my time is. Because time is our most valuable asset.
Absolutely.
There's nothing more valuable than that.
Well, say that one more time.
Time is your most valuable asset.
Damn.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You cannot gain it back.
You cannot gain it back for whatever you want to do.
When the moment you were born, your little heart started beating. Boom, boom, boom. And that heart only beats so many times. Life's a blessing. It must be valued every single day. There has to be time every day to reflect. That's why there's people that say, oh, you got to meditate every day. Meditation is just not just sitting down y alabando.
Right.
It's stopping a moment, breathing, and taking in some oxygen and really realizing how grateful you are to be alive.
I talked
there's a
about
lot
my
of people struggling
right?
out there. Speak about it. An out-of-body experience you had. Talk.
Yo, I cannot believe it. I was, first and foremost, I know some people that are Sikhs, and they have masters, and they that's what they specialize in, like meditation. And I don't know, I was just like, so intriguing. It was something that they caught my attention, and my attention span, bro, is not that good. But it caught my attention, and when I'm on it, I'm on it. So I learned that if you stay like if you stay like in a place where it's very quiet and you just like lay down and you hear like no noise and everything, and you think about whatever you want to think about somebody that's very important to you. In my case is Jesus. So I put Jesus' image in my mind, and I closed my mind, and I took some deep breaths and just thought about Jesus, and you just start like your heart rate goes down, and then like all of a sudden like you use your mind to do so many things, and it's like crazy because if you don't unlock those things, how are you gonna know?
Yep.
I just did that just now. That's crazy.
And it sounds crazy, but meditation, when I took the Wim Hof method course, Wim Hof, by the way, is the Iceman. I don't know if you're familiar with them. So I've been taking a cold shower for the last year and a half, every single day.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend for those who don't, that you do. I take a 5-minute cold shower every day in the morning and at night, and I highly recommend it. Your body releases 250% dopamine, and it stays active for like 4 to 5 hours.
That's sick.
So it really helps you cope with like your reality, stress, and just snapping your mind out of crap. In the morning when I do that, I feel like I can't start my day without a cold shower.
That's crazy.
I highly encourage people to do that. Like, that's something that has changed my life.
Nice.
Ever since I've been taking a cold shower, I've been much more calmer. I get better sleep. I'm much more active. It's like, dude, and going in that cold shower every single morning is awesome. I take a warm shower first, by the way. And then I gradually put it cold, but then I put it blast on cold, and we're in there for 5 minutes. There's no turning back. And it's pretty tough to first do it, especially in the winters here in New York. Oof, that water's like 20 degrees, bro. It's brutal. But I'll say this, that it's really brought value into my life. And Wim Hof has you meditate before he does that. And when I meditated with Wim Hof's method, it's incredible. I really got to get that outer body experience and really see above, because seeing from within, you can see from outside in. And that's very important because it's all about your perspective. And that's what Miguel's talking about, your perspective, you know. Otra vez, a veces solamente vemos con los ojos. There's a lot of people that sometimes see with your eyes. What I mean by that, tú también tienes que ver con tu visión.
Yep.
With your vision. With beyond what you can see. Because there's something way beyond us that we can't explain. Because your body's made out of 70 octillion atoms. You're a recollection of energy. The universe is within us, unfolding into itself. Sadhguru said that.
Yo, and how much percent we use of our brain? What, 8, 7?
8, 10? I don't even know now, because it's like every time it changes. But
that's crazy.
I know it's less than 10% that we use. That's incredible. There's so much within us that we can't even understand. There's a universe within us.
Y nosotros que somos dominicanos.
Cabeza dura, que no queremos cambiar. Coño, bro. Abre tu mente. Sea una mejor persona. Yo lo hice. Yo que vine de Santo Domingo, I lived out there. I did 4th, 5th, and 6th grade out there.
Told me.
Bro, uno viene de allá con una mentalidad muy diferente. Yo tuve que cambiar mucho de mi cosa. Yo saltaba en la clase, el profesor hablando de American history, Josariel salta. Hey, when are we going to talk about how the United States tried to take over DR?
Oh, shit. Yo, I'm telling you, man, I was a class clown.
Horrible. My cousin was in there. He's like, Christian was in there. He's like, no.
No way. Wow.
Horrible. You know, but like, I had to change my mind. Like, tú no tienes que hablar todo lo que tú piensas.
No,
tú
right.
Tienes que pensar antes de hablar.
Claro.
Y tienes que tomar tu tiempo con lo que tú vayas a decir. ¿Esto está trayendo valor o está quitando valor? And there was something that I read that was very important about listening. When you're listening to people, try to get into their shoes. Try to understand from their point of view. Si entendemos el punto de vista del otro, podemos entender mejor el mundo. Porque hay que respetar el punto de vista de todo el mundo. Tú no puedes cambiar la mente a nadie. Esa es la pura realidad. It's all about cómo podemos ser mejor de ayer. A you versus you de ayer.
I like that.
That's all I focus on. And thank God my life, ever since I really started focusing on me versus me from yesterday, my life has gotten so much better. Because I'm in the creative state of mind, not the competitive. Yo no estoy mirando para los lados, yo estoy mirando para adelante. Yo estoy mirando para adelante porque para adelante que yo voy. Para adelante como el elefante, para atrás para coger impulso. Camarón que se duerme se lo lleva la corriente. You gotta be like water in the river, which is always moving. You can't be like water in the lake, which is just sitting there, gunk. Tú has metido los pies en un lake, eso es lodo y vaina. Bro, eso es toda la porquería que la gente hace.
Mi mamá me dice
water like the river, just keep rolling, just keep going.
Mi mamá me dice a mí, no sea como a sponge que está metido in the sink. Don't ever be a sponge, okay? You know, that's what she says. Don't be a sponge. Que está ahí con the dishes and the sponge never leaves the sink. Don't be like a sponge. That's what she told me. Yep. But yo, you know what time? It's almost that time to go because I have the
Cheers.
shot. I'm trying to go. All right. Just like the Mets go. All right. Salud. Muerto velo.
Salud. Dinero y amor.
Dinero y amor. Amen.
Paz. Salud.
I gotta go. I gotta go. Yo. Woo!
Good thing. It's the weekend. Come on. Today's Saturday. You can ease off.
Just can't do it.
Peer pressure.
I know. I got you, brother. I got it.
I was testing you.
No, I know, but hey, some peer pressure, I let it pass. I'm like, oh, damn, okay.
You saw how persuasive that
No. He's good. You good, bro. Nah, yeah, I'm good. I feel good.
That's all.
But anyways, bro. Yo, thank you for having me here, bro.
Thank you for being here, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
It's been a pleasure.
Yo, until next time.
Take
let
care,
me know.
bro.
Love you guys. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for future videos coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
And we have
got my boy, right?
great guests, so do not miss the next podcast. We got a Dominican European coming on the show.
Yes, Dominican and European. Yes.
Europeo y Dominicano.
Oye.
Criado en America, so raised here in America. So that's going to be a very interesting podcast.
He's Polish.
He's Polish,
Yeah.
okay. Nítido.
Yeah. Policía.
Oh,
Policía.
we got a police officer, of course. I was keeping that in my back pocket, but...
Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Tú sabes cómo es que esa gente... Our audience is our family, so it's like, you know...
They gotta know.
They gotta spill everything out there.
Yeah.
Tú sabes cómo es.
I have my pockets empty today. I have no pockets.
Oh, man. Bro, that's sick.
So
man.
don't miss our next episode because we're going to have a police officer here. That's Dominican European, so going to be very interesting conversations that we're going to have together.
Absolutely.
Miguel's going to be our co-host for the next show.
Yes.
Please enjoy.
Yeah. All right.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.